What's your name and what do you do?
My name is Molly Ellis, and I'm a licensed dyslexia therapist. I currently work at an elementary school serving grades 3 through 5 as a dyslexia interventionist.
How old were you when you were diagnosed with dyslexia?
So I was never formally diagnosed. I always struggled with reading, and when I went to college and did elementary education, I had a passion about reading, and so I minored in reading so I could work with kids that struggled with reading. And after I became a teacher, I was offered a position to learn about dyslexia. And when I went through training and started learning more about it, I found out those were the same struggles I had as a child. So not formally diagnosed, self-diagnosed, but I can also say it's in my family, and we know that dyslexia is hereditary.
What symptoms or characteristics did you have?
So a lot of my characteristics is processing. I don't always clearly understand a question that I'm reading on my own. So it might have been very beneficial having an accommodation to have questions and answer choices read to me. I also have I had a difficulty with pronouncing words, reading long words. When they got multisyllabic, it was very hard for me to sound them out. So I didn't know all of my sounds or how they went together. And I invent new words. I take a little bit of this word, a little bit of this word, and mesh them together, and I have a brand new word. A very common characteristic in small children is the mispronunciation of words. Biscotti for spaghetti, or commercial for commercial. Those are very common traits in students with dyslexia.
What made you decide to become a dyslexia therapist?
It was my love for helping that struggling reader. I just had a passion to learn more on what I could do to help that child become more successful and turn out to be all that they're meant to be, to reach their fullest potential.
How is dyslexia diagnosed?
So it just currently changed. This year in February, as a matter of fact, it is now going to fall under the special education umbrella. But before that, and still, it will still go on. When teachers recognize a student struggling in class, it usually follows with an unexpected struggle. You realize the child is very smart, may do well in math, and all of a sudden they struggle with reading, writing, or spelling, and they'll refer them for a screener, and it's a lot of phonological letters, words, a lot of word reading. And if we see some significant deficits, then we'll go for a full evaluation, and now that will be directed through special education.
What's the cause for dyslexia?
Well, there's not really a cause. We do know it's hereditary and runs in families. Some have even said they may have dyslexic-like characteristics after a brain injury or something. We know that it involves the brain. It's neurological in its origin. Different parts of the brain are active at different times, which is unusual from a student without dyslexia. So, no cause.
Is there anything else you want to say?
I love what I do. I'm blessed to be able to work with kids and help them reach their potential and convince them that they are smart. That's probably my biggest goal with students, is their self-esteem and understanding they can do and be anything they want to be.
Thank you.
You're welcome.